All right, so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on wherever you are watching this video from. Now, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make your first $2,000 doing Web3 jobs. Now, if you know you've not made up to $500 this year, or you've not made any money online as a student, then I want you to watch this video till the end, because I have a bonus for you. I have a free gift for you and you wouldn't want to miss out on it. So please do not miss out. Stay till the end of this video and let me teach you, let me guide you in the next 25 minutes on how to change your life. Now, if you don't know me before, I'm Web3 Princess. I am a co-founder, a mentor, a business developer, a technical writer, and a marketer in the Web3 space that have made over 8 figures, and I've helped over 200 students bag their first job, make their first $500, their first $1,000 just by doing Web3 jobs. And I'm about to help you launch your own job in a space of 30 days. Now, if you're a total beginner and you don't know what Web3 is, I'm going to explain to you what Web3 is in 1 minute. We have the Web 1, we have the Web 2, we also have the Web 3. Web 1 is the read-only era. That was the time in the 1990s whereby if you want to know what's happening online, if you want to access the internet, we have to read a newspaper. We can only read. We call it the read-only era. Do you understand that? Now, Web 2 is the read and write era. That's where Facebook comes in, Google comes in, Instagram, TikTok. These are Web 2 apps. You can read, you can post your content, but you still do not make money from it. Everybody have Instagram on their phone. Everybody have TikTok on their phone. Everybody have Google on their phone, but still they are not making money from it. You are not getting paid to use those apps. Do you understand that? So it's a read and write era. Now, in the Web3 space, you can read, you can write, you can post content, and you can also make money from it. Web3 is all about ownership, meaning nobody is actually in charge of everything and anything you do. Nobody is in charge of your money. Nobody is in charge of your assets. You post content, you also make money from it. That is what Web3 is all about. Now, why does this video matters? First things first, Web3 jobs pay globally, meaning you don't have to have a physical office before you can get into the Web3 space. You don't need a laptop before you can get into the Web3 space, and you don't need any degree. You do not need a degree to actually get started in the Web3 space. Even if you're a school sat, even though you are 16 years, you are 18 years, you are 20 years, you can come into the Web3 space with your O-level degree or your O-level certificate and make so much money from it. And thirdly, it's beginner friendly. You don't need to code. You don't need to code before you can actually make money in the Web3 space. That's one thing I love Web3 for. You need just few skills that you can learn within 30 days and start making as high as $2,000 monthly. Now, stay with me in this video because I'm going to be unleashing and unpacking it for you. Now, if you want to get into the Web3 space and make as high as $2,000 monthly, there are 2 skills that can literally help you to make such amount monthly. The first one is the BD role. I call it the business development role, and it pays at least $500 to $2,000 per project. And you can make as high as $500 to $2,000 monthly per project. And I also have technical writing. Technical writing pays at least $100 to $300 per document that you write for a Web3 project. And guess what? It's very high in demand and it is not saturated yet. This is not a saturated niche. It has a very low competition, meaning if you get into this space, if you learn these skills, in the next 30 days, you can start making as high as $2,000 monthly just by offering your skills and services to Web3 projects. Imagine how far you are going to go in the space of 3 months to 6 months, only if you get started now. Now, I do not want you to leave this video or skip this video. Stay with me to the end while I give you your gift. Yes, let me show you how to do that. Now, why do I want to onboard you into the Web3 space? Why do I want to onboard you into the Web3 space? First things first, Web3 is a fast-growing industry. It is a very fast-growing industry. And guess what? There are a whole lot of money for you to make. There are 1001 opportunities for you to make money, ways for you to make money. And also, companies need communicators. We need people. And the skills that we use in the Web3 space, you do not need a certificate. You don't need masters. You don't need a PhD. You don't need certificate. You don't need a degree to actually go into any of these skills. Meaning, even if you're a school sat, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Even if you are an O-level graduate, you can also do this with us. Now, Now, in the past 3 months, I've helped over 300 students bag Web3 jobs. And guess what? I've also made over 8 figures in the past 3 months just by doing Web3 jobs, just by offering my skills and services to Web3 projects. And I want to onboard you into it. This is one of my students who actually got paid just to perform a task. This other one got onboarded into the Web3 space, and in the space of 8 days, he bagged a job. As you can see on my screen, I have another student here who bagged a job. I'm going to drop screenshots so you can see all my students who have come to me saying, oh no, they bagged a job in the space of 10 days. Oh no, they bagged a job in the space of 30 days of just following my method, following my tricks, and following my script. Yes. Now, you only need your phone. You only need your phone. You don't need a laptop to get started in the Web3 space. You don't need a big phone and all of that. I'm sure you already have a phone by now. Now, after that, the only thing you need is a clear and simple roadmap on how to scale up, how to make $2,000 by doing Web3 jobs. What skill do you need? What do you actually need to get started? That is what you need now. Now, there are only 3 things that can help you make $2,000 monthly in the Web3 space. And the first one is what? Positioning. I used to tell my students that there are only 3 things that can help you land a job or can help you make money in the Web3 space. The first one is your skill. You need a high in demand skill. Then positioning comes in, visibility comes in, then you use my own golden method. That is the 3 things that you need. Now, the first one is positioning. Now, without a skill, you cannot position yourself strategically. Without a skill, you cannot position yourself strategically. That is why you need to learn either business development or technical writing. You can also learn the both because it goes hand in hand. Do you understand that? I'm going to be explaining to you what business development means and what technical writing means also. Now, once you have the skills that are high in demand, you can position yourself strategically. You can position yourself as an expert that you attract jobs, and you can also pitch for jobs using my own golden method, and you are going to get the job. Trust me when I say you are going to get that job when you follow my own pitching script. I'm going to drop screenshots of all my students that have used my pitching script, and yes, they got jobs. Now, stay with me. Now, step 1, I wrote positioning. You need an identity blueprint. Now, when I mean identity blueprint, you need something that people should know you for, people should know you as. Once you have a skill, then you can position yourself as a technical writer. You can position yourself as a business developer. You found clarity. It shows that you found clarity. You already have confidence in that skill, and you already have what? Credibility. Now, once you can find clarity in the Web3 space, you can start building your portfolio. This is the first step you need to actually make your first $2,000 in the Web3 space. Now, let's go to step 2. Now, step 2 says BD plus technical writing. That is where a skill comes in, a high in demand skill. You need to learn a high in demand skill if you want to make money. Without a skill, you cannot make money. Without a skill, you can't be valuable. Now, who is a business developer? A business developer is somebody who connects 2 projects together, who brings in partnership and collaborations for Web3 projects or help a project. A business developer also help projects bring in partnership, bring in collaborations, raise funds, and guess what? They get paid. Now, a technical writer is somebody who writes pitch deck, white paper, blog, static, audit for Web3 projects. Now, every project wants to raise funds. They want to pitch their ideas to investors. They don't know how to write it in a written form. That is where you come in as a technical writer. And these 2 skills are beginner friendly. You don't need to code. You don't need to know too much about Web3 before you can go into any of these skills. And it is actually high in demand. High in demand is an high income skill that everybody can leverage on. I also use these skills. Yes, this skill helped me to bag my first 2-3 jobs in the Web3 space. Now, let me tell you something. Like I wrote here, I said business development tasks, meaning you find projects, you pitch to companies, you pitch to investors, and what? You bring in users and partners for a Web3 project. And guess what? You get paid because these skills is actually high in demand. People are looking for people who can help them bring in investors, who can help them pitch their ideas to people. And I'm going to guide you on all these things. So please do not be afraid, do not be scared. If you do not know how to pitch yourself, if you do not know how to find projects, I am going to guide you. I am going to be your mentor. Now, that is what Web3 business development is all about. Now, let's go into technical writing. Now, the job of a technical writer is to simplify documents, to explain ideas in a simple word, in a layman word for people to understand. They also write documents, they write blog posts and announcements. And guess what? You don't have to do this alone. We have some AI apps that can literally help you to actually write some of these things. So if you're not good in writing, you don't like writing, I don't want you to be scared, because you can also do this also. Yes, you can do this. Now for the step 3, which is my golden method, I call it my own golden method. First things first, the G means gather projects. I gather projects. You gather projects, you analyze them, then you pitch with the template that I give you. You follow up with the project and you deliver. It's as simple as that. That is everything you need. This is everything you need to make your first $2,000 in the Web3 space. Now stay with me so that I'm going to teach you some other things that you need to know. Now the question is, why do most people fail in the Web3 space? The main reason why they fail is, first things first, they don't have a good structure. They have nobody to guide them. They've not found clarity yet. They do not have a good skill. Do you understand that? They don't know how to pitch. They don't know how to pitch. They don't have a good template that can help them land a job. Do you understand? They are afraid. They are confused. They don't know how to figure out what to do in the Web3 space, how to go about it, or how to follow up with founders. They don't have an idea on how to do all these things. That is why most people fail in the Web3 space, because they don't have a good structure. They don't have a mentor. They don't have guidance. They lack structure. They lack clarity. Now stay with me. Now, I would not want you to join the Web3 space and yes, you are not going to get results. You are not going to get that desired result that you want. That is why I put up an accelerator program. I call it the accelerator program. It is a 30 days roadmap that shows you what to do in the next 30 days. It has a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 video for your journey. What to do as a beginner. Today is day 1. What to do. Tomorrow is day 2. What to do as a beginner in the Web3 space. It also contains video lessons, templates, my pitching scripts, my own pitching script. And trust me, this pitching script has helped over 100 people land a job. I am not even joking here. I'm going to drop screenshots so you can see it. It has helped over 100 people land a job in the space of 2 to 3 weeks. Aside that, you're also going to be getting my own one-on-one mentorship, my private support. You're also going to be joining my own community that I have people who have built, people who have made figures in the Web3 space. Now you'll be having access to my BD script, how I pitch to investors, how I pitch to founders, how I follow up, how I bring in partnership and collaborations for Web3 projects. You're also going to be having access to my writing template, how I write pitch deck, how I put it in a well-structured manner, how I follow up, how I do it, my portfolio guide, how I put up my portfolio, how I build a portfolio. You are going to be getting all these things with my own community access. You are getting all these things from me. Why do I want you to actually get all these things? Is because now you are going to be getting all these things from me. You are going to be getting all these things from me. And guess what? If you decide to go into the Web3 space and you do not have a mentor, you don't have all these things figured out yet, you will just stay months, 3-4 months in the Web3 space, and yet you've not achieved anything, and yet you've not built anything solid for yourself yet. You've not built anything solid for yourself yet. Now let's go on. Now to access my 30 days accelerator program is a fee of 30,000 naira. Yes, for business development and for technical writing. Now I want you to choose which of the two you want. Which skill do you want to start with? Do you want to start with business development? If you want to start with business development, the original price is 30,000 naira, but you are going to be getting an offer of 25,000 naira for business development. And if you also want to learn technical writing, it's going for a fee of 25,000 naira just for 24 hours that you are going to be watching this video. And it just has limited set of people that I want them to actually access this gold mine, because everything I put up into this whole accelerator program worth 250,000 naira, but you are going to be getting it from me for just 25,000 naira, even with a one-on-one mentorship with me. My own personal coaching program, my personal coaching program costs 100,000 naira for 2 months, but you are going to be getting it alongside this. Now, if you want to get the 2 skills, or you want to go for the 2 skills together, it costs 50,000 naira. So if you know you would love to get started and you would want me to guide you on how to make your first $2,000 in the next 30 to 60 days,